Hey, let's go look at Matthew 20 through 24. I only have 10 minutes with you on this, take 10 seconds, but I want to read this to you. This will show you a self-check portion that might just really bless you. Get a cup of coffee and listen. Then the mother of Zebedee's sons came to Jesus with her sons, and kneeling down, asked a favor of him. Look at that posture there. She came, had her little boys with her, and then she knelt down. You say, well, they weren't little, they were big, they were grown men. No, in her eyes, they were her little boys, and she was going to get a favor from Jesus Christ of Nazareth. So she knew how to do it. So she was going to kneel down, have the boys there in the backdrop. So Jesus asked the question, what is it that you want? And she was bold. She said, grant that one of these two sons of mine may sit at your right and the other at your left in your kingdom. Now hold on. We know, and we're not going to discuss the fact that he was looking at a different kingdom than she was looking at. Okay, she was looking at a throne, and she was looking at them, one being the vice president of the United States and the other being the Justice Department. You know, that's what she was. But he wasn't into any of that, and he told her in verse 22, you don't know what you are asking. Now, certainly a time to tell people straight. But he asked her a question to bring strong that she did not know what she was asking. He said to them, can you drink the cup I'm going to drink? Immediately, they answered. Not her, they. So let's just get the picture. Here she is kneeling. Here's the two guys. And he asked the guys, can you drink the cup I'm going to drink? And they both said in unison, we can. Verse 23. Jesus said to them, you will indeed drink from my cup. But to sit at my right or left is not for me to grant. These places belong to those for whom they have been prepared by my Father. I want you to listen to exactly where you're standing when he's saying this. And they probably didn't understand, just like you don't understand why you don't get this or you don't get that or you don't get... Listen, it's self-check time. So she's saying, I want my guys to be great. Nothing wrong with that. She's saying, I want one of them to be on the right hand, one on the left hand. He's saying, can you drink from the cup I'm drinking from? They say, we can. Then he says, okay, because of your desire, you will indeed drink from the cup, but to sit at the right or the left is not for me to grant. Okay, now, before you get theologically disturbed, watch what is said. And don't get caught up into all the ramifications of every scripture that's hermeneutically correct from the beginning of the foundations of the world all the way to the book of Revelation. This is just simply what's said. And if you'll take it as it is and put it as a self-check, you'll always have power and authority with God and be able to move forward. He said, these places, what places? The right and the left, belong to those for whom they have been prepared by my Father. He didn't say how many people would be in those left and right positions. He just said these are places. And they belong to those. Could be 1, 10, 15, 20, thousands that would come later. Where God has prepared the people, prepared you as a person. I believe you're being prepared today. I believe that we are constantly being prepared. And even as I've grown older and my hair's falling out and my ears need assistance and my eyes need glasses and all of these problems I'm having, I still believe I'm being prepared for every stage of my life. And then, like Paul said, if in this life you have hope only, you would be men most miserable. Well, beyond this life, I believe we're being prepared for those things there. Now, verse 24, it kind of reminds me of a lot of churches I've been in and a lot of organizations I've sat at the table. And listen, when the 10 heard about this, they were indignant with the two brothers. Why'd you put your mama up to this? So the other 10 disciples heard about it and said, come on, guys, why would you put your mother? We didn't put our mother up to it. Why did you go with your mother? And so the big brouhaha was on who's going to be the best in the kingdom. Let me give you a little word of wisdom. The best in the kingdom is a singular experience. What has God prepared you for? That's the place you have in God. I don't have your place. You don't have my place. He prepared a place for me. He prepared a place for your organization. He prepared a place for your church. You are serving a purpose. You are serving a purpose. And then our grandiose ideas, our mama side in us comes out. Well, if I kneel long enough before Jesus Christ, He will grant me all this stuff. Or if I do this, or if I do, why don't you just work with being great at what you do? And as you are great at what you do, even when you hear about other people kind of trying to push up to be the best, to be the greatest, oh, he's next, oh, he's good friends with so-and-so. I wish I was called by the president. They were indignant with these two guys. So the brouhaha was storming, and it has not changed in all these centuries because people are still arguing about who's going to be in what place. And usually it is about who has the most dominion over people. Because we see true greatness as being the biggest who has dominion over people. When I was young and I would go to meetings in the church with other ministers, they'd ask a question. Number one, where are you at now? So you'd tell them, I'm at XYZ. How many are you running? You thought you was having a contest at the local high school. No, they were talking about how many are you having in church on Sunday morning. Then they could judge your greatness by how much dominion you have over people. This is false. You have the place that God has prepared for you, and the dominion that you have over that place causes great dominion and great power with God. All things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. You must be varied in your love for the things that God puts in your hands and not get focused on how and what and why other people are thinking about you and your walk with God. Is God happy with me? Am I living up to where I'm at? Let me pray for you. Father God, I come today and pray that we will bring our eyes and focus them upon you and not be worried about what other people think about what we are doing in the kingdom. Let us take that place that has been prepared for us by the Father, and may we serve it well, and may we rejoice greatly with those who have other great kingdoms in this earth that we are living in, and may we enjoy their success, knowing that the Father has made a place for us, and we are successful in that place. God bless you. I'll see you next time.